Yes.
Okay.
And once the installation is being done, you can see there are two prompts. One is Anaconda Navigator and second one is Anaconda. Okay.
Prompt. Okay. Okay.
So out of it, you will be going ahead with Anaconda Navigator.
Okay.
So once the installation done, you will see this particular prompt popping out. Okay. And once you double click on it, it will open up this particular window.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
For installation, I guess you're maintaining Windows system, right?
Yeah. Windows. Yeah.
So directly you Google your Anaconda Navigator.
Okay.
You will be taken up to Anaconda Cloud. Okay. And then whichever the recent version, maybe based on your 64-bit Windows, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So on command prompt, you can type this command, and provided that you are having access of internet.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So directly Honda install command, it will install the Anaconda Navigator.
Okay.
So this command to run from the command prompt.
Oh, we need to run the command. Okay.
Okay, from command prompt.
Okay. Okay.
Command prompt, I guess you are aware of it.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So it may take a couple of minutes probably for you to finish it off. Okay. Once the installation done, you will have your GUI likewise. Okay. So out of it, we will be going ahead with Jupyter Notebook.
Right. Okay. So I will see the screen once the installation is done, right? So whenever I open an Anaconda Navigator, and then we can launch Jupyter from there. Okay. Got it.
Okay. This much is clear?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And then once you click on Jupyter Notebook, it will open the editor. The particular advantage of Jupyter Notebook is you can access and run your code line by line.
Right.
So that is likewise execution or debugging is easier than anything else. Apart from it, even you can run Spider or Python. Idle is one thing which people install it separately. That is Python Integrated Development Environment, Python IDE, or idle people
Python
say.
IDE. Okay. Okay. Oh, so you're saying that one we will install separately?
No, that either you can use Python IDE or Spider or Jupyter.
Okay. Okay. So we'll be using Jupyter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So a lot of time the people in the program prefer to run the programs on Jupyter. Okay.
Okay.
So
okay.
On Jupyter Notebook, it will open a local host.
Right.
Okay. So likewise, now I have my files, running files and clusters. Okay. So out of it, if I do have my earlier program somewhere, I can particularly open up that specific folder.
Okay.
For example, I am maintaining some programs on desktop. Okay. I'm maintaining some programs in this specific folder as an example. Okay.
Okay.
So I can directly give this particular path like a desktop and then the folder name whatsoever. Okay. Or else if I have to create a new program, I should say new and then Python 3. Okay.
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 Yeah.
Likewise, you have your file, new notebook file. Okay. You can save your file, that is, you can rename or save checkpoint. You can download this file in different formats.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Edit is copy pasting.
Right.
Now these are various cells. As in, this is one cell, this is another cell, this is third cell. Okay. So simply we can keep adding the cells. Cell are the modular programs which we can create. Okay.
Right.
Subsequently, we can delete this selected cells. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then the cell selection and upward or downward selection or movement that is possible. Okay.
Right.
Anyways, once we move ahead with the program, we will see all these things. Okay. And to run your program, you particularly select this button.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
To interrupt your execution, you particularly use this particular button. Okay.
Okay.
And now
yeah.
the program is in running, you can see that this particular circle that becomes solid. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So this is for the Jupyter untitled editor box, which is having multiple cells. Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, are you aware of declaring some variables or doing some basic mathematics, maybe in any another software? I'm just asking so appropriately we can maintain the pace of the session.
Yeah, let's start from the scratch, and then if I know something, then I'll let you know.
Sure,
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, your background is engineering, right? Also.
Right. Yes.
Yes. No? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So a basic variable declaration in Python. And beforehand, maybe as Python precisely is being used as a computing tool. So definitely it's quite popularly used for scientific and numerical computations. Apart from it, it got the privilege of taking the various machine learning regression analysis applications in Python. Third thing, it is used for data visualizations and data interpretations, as the various type of graphs and charts are possible. Okay. And the fourth is integration of Python to various platforms. Okay.
Right.
So, like Python can be talking to a lot of cloud environments, a lot of networking environments. Okay. And that's the reason we can see that Python can export the output in the HTML format as well. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Our interest.
Yeah.
So 2-3 advantages. Python is a numerical and computing environment. Second thing is quite efficient for data interpretations and visualizations. Third thing is a lot of machine learning and scientific computing algorithms are possible. Okay.
Okay.
And fourth one is integration with the various environments. Okay.
Right. Right.
So when I start talking about the basic numerical and computing environment, if I have to do some basic mathematical stuff, we are beginning with some addition, subtraction. Eventually, that can be to a lot of elementary mathematical operations, statistical operations like finding out mean, standard deviation, variances. Okay. Okay, and then eventually taking up anything required from the mathematics, like finding out the tangents, trigonometric operation. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say if I got a basic addition of a couple of numbers, okay, I'm directly declaring it. You can see that what are that addition, subtraction, that eventually is given in the form of an output.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, here in this particular case, what was the drawback? I'm just shifting it upwards. Okay. What is the limitation? We did not specify any output variable. Okay. So let's say I got 1 plus 2 plus 3. Now that has been given where nothing. In that case, Python has chosen the output variable as Okay, and it has stored the output as 6. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
I did not specify output variable.
Right, right. That's right. Yeah.
The other way around, for the Python variable declaration, here we specify the output as A, and I give the same 1 plus 2 plus 3. Okay.
Right. Now it's just
Now I
printing A.
want
Okay.
to
Yeah.
see my output. So there is a built-in command, built-in function, print of A. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
A
That
is
makes
my
sense.
variable. A is my variable. It may be anything. So the variables always it should start with alphabets. Okay.
Right.
Can be substantially long. Let's say total 63 characters can be given as a variable name.
Okay.
So my variable
Okay.
name can be always. Okay. A1 also can be my variable. Okay.
Okay.
To display the variable value, I'll be using the command print.
Print. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
This sounds. Now, how we use any built-in command? The syntax is the command name, circular
And then,
braces,
okay.
and then
And
variable
then
name.
the variable. Okay. Okay.
So likewise, it takes place.
Right.
The second thing is, now if I got an argument on multiple lines,
Yeah. So
a variable to
backslash.
be declared on multiple lines. Let's say A is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3, and then further on the next line. Okay. So continuation of the argument on next line is given by this backslash.
Okay. Okay.
You got the point?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So for an example, if you got a substantially longer declaration to be handled,
Right.
it can be handled on multiple lines.
Okay. Okay.
So backslash is continuation of line,
Gotcha. Okay.
and that should be given on end of the first line,
Right.
not at the start of the next line.
Okay.
Okay. And then after all, I can say print of A.
Right.
Again, print circular bracket and then the variable name.
Right.
I'm running this using this command. Okay.
Right.
I can see my output.
Yeah.
Now you would have seen MATLAB is Python is case sensitive.
Yes.
We have used A and A1.
Okay. So there are two different variables, is what you're saying.
There are two different variables. So
Okay.
Python is sensitive.
Okay.
Okay. In spite of this backslash, if everything I declare inside a circular bracket, then also I can give the continuation of line by directly the symbols.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You got?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So instead of backslash, I can have, let's say, plus.
Right.
And then
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Okay. Print command also takes the text inputs.
Okay.
So a lot of times we have to declare some comments.
Right. Right.
So maybe acceptance of input value from the user, acceptance of simple interest. Okay. So this particular comments should be given in single braces.
Right. Okay.
So I'll say print of hello.
We'll just print hello. Okay.
So it will just print hello. So your display message that can be given in the circular braces.
Got you.
Okay. Now assigning the multiple values to multiple variables.
Variables. Yeah. This is what. Yeah.
Okay. So for an example, here I want 2-3 values to be assigned to 2-3 different variables. I can declare all of them on a same line.
Yes.
Okay, so 5.3.2 and hello, and subsequently it will be assigned to A, B, and C.
Right.
Okay, doesn't matter. I can change their sequence of display.
Okay, so it will change basically. Okay, then execute that.
It should hardly make any difference.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Likewise, if I have to assign the same value to multiple variables, so same data to be copied or same data to be assigned to multiple variables.
Okay.
A particular use case in this case is, for an example, you want to initialize multiple variables with the same value. Let's say 5 people have kept their fixed deposit in your bank. Okay.
Right.
At the start of the venture. Okay. So the amount you need to maintain it same.
Right.
So likewise, the same fixed deposit amount can be assigned to 3 different clients, or let's say customers, and then eventually that can be handled differently.
So basically, when you are declaring text inputs, you have to start with the double quotes, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
If it is in print, inside the print, it should be given in single quote.
Okay, got you.
If it is outside the print, it should be given in double quote.
Okay.
For here also we have seen, right?
Right, right. Yeah, yeah.
Here it was a display message.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was in single quote.
Yes.
But it is an assignment.
Right.
So we normally call it as a string.
String. Okay.
A set of characters are called as a string.
Right.
Okay. So for an example, Harrow is a string here, and then same is a string here.
Okay. Right. Right. Yeah.
That should be given in double quote.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now next, let's say if I declare a number.
Okay.
A is equal to 5. Now I'm asking him to display my number. I'm asking him is of type what? So the type can be obtained by the command built-in function type.
Type. Okay.
So type command will give us the data type of the variable.
Got you. Okay.
So what are the various data types? So let's say for an example, if I'm declaring a number a is equal to 5.
It's numerical.
It is
Yeah.
Yes. It's treated as an integer. If that would have been -5, that should be a non-integer value.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real value. Subsequently, when it is given as a 2.0, it is a float value.
Right. Yeah.
Some fractional declaration is being observed. That should be treated as a float value.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
And here in this case, 1 plus 2j. Here j is signifying a complex number.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So likewise, when I say a is equal to 5, print of a. 5 is type of class in. So likewise, Python is suggesting us. Okay.
Got
so
it.
Data class, Python gives data class.
Okay.
Okay. Next, here in this case, it gives as a float.
Yeah.
And third type, we are asking whether it is a
Complex
the
number.
type. So here, even we had a possibility of asking the type of. Okay.
Okay.
So like here it has given integer.
Okay. Okay. Got you.
Here it has given complex.
Mm-hmm.
We are seeing one more command over here. There is a command called is instance.
Okay.
So is